What's up, y'all? All right. So there's some Halloween news today. A question I've been asking is what the is going on with the Halloween series for months, and it looks like today, I guess we got a little bit of an answer. And the details are kind of weird. All right, let's go through it. So I'm gonna read it. You'll see it right here. Bloodydisgusting.com. There's really not many reputable sites anymore. So when Bloody Disgusting drops something, it's legit. And then of course all the other legit sites followed suit and began dropping this news. I'm not gonna go through the yammer yammer. All right, so what we can expect from the Halloween TV series, you asked. For starters, don't expect any kind of continuation of the story from David Gordon Green's Halloween trilogy. Well, obvious. I mean, obvious. They're not gonna slash his goddamn throat and then be like, hey, now there's a TV series from Blumhouse's. No. I think everyone's done with Blumhouse. For the most part, there was a lot of Ends fans, so I won't group the whole fandom as a whole, but a lot of people didn't like Ends. It fucked up a lot for a lot of people. And oh man, it was sad after Ends because I'm like, dude, I really hope that it's not another 10 years before we see some Halloween content. So, I mean, I'm happy. That's why I am happy about this news. So let's get back to it. The foundation of it is the original film, the John Carpenter movie, the characters of that film, and perhaps a group of characters we haven't really focused on much in the recent film versions or even a number of them. Okay, so sounds like an American Halloween. I'm just kidding. That is what I did though. We did the first 78 and branched off of that, and I thought that's the way to go. So I don't know though. Looking at it now, not just because I made it. It's stupid. It's not a real movie, so I'm not. It's not because I made it, but I think the returns idea was the way to go. There was still original characters in it. It still was from 78, but it was so different. So my question is, you start with Halloween in 1978. It's where, I mean, you're gonna obviously retcon too, it sounds like, and then go with your own thing, but this is this is weird. And then so now you have to, all right, let's just keep going. I'll get my thoughts after. It's a creative reset completely and going back to the original film as opposed to spinning out of any more recent film adaptations. Don't have to do that. Could just set it randomly, like I've always said, but okay. And they're saying here, we're on the fast track. It's a big priority for us. We had a lot of exciting conversations in recent months with a number of really talented people, and I think we'll have a pretty good idea where we're going to be very soon. We're hoping to lock down the creative team very soon. So that means you don't have a mask maker yet. Let me throw my name in that hat. As a reminder, MIRAMAX co-owns the Halloween film rights along with Trancast. In other words, this new this new universe from MIRAMAX and Trancast could potentially span film and television. So I didn't read all of this, so this is sort of first. That's interesting. So, like we've heard, the Friday the 13th TV series is probably going to span a film also. So it looks like they're going to probably follow suit here. 2022's Halloween Ends was the 13th installment in the Halloween franchise, which to date has never made its way onto the small screen. This one would be a big time. Yeah, okay. So it looks like that's all they got. That's insane, man. So a TV series. I mean, it's too early, I guess, to speculate, but I mean, I'm gonna have news and all that stuff. If you like my views on this shit, then I guess stick around and all that. We do the reviews, we do other content, but some people, I was one of them. I used to just go to YouTube looking for Blumhouse updates. I didn't really care about anything else. So if you're one of those people, then that's fine. I'll be your guy. That's cool. Or I don't have to be your guy. You can go find someone else, be a cheating bastard. This is interesting. All right, so let's go back to some of the things they said, I guess, right? We're on, so some big things to note here. We're on a fast track. It's a big priority, so we're not going to be waiting years for this thing. Seems like they want to get it done. The foundation is the original film, the John Carpenter movie. Man. That's a weird one, dude. I mean, you're gonna replace, not replace. I'm sorry. We're gonna remake this movie with this film, this TV series with all the original characters. That's kind of crazy. You know, like who's gonna play all these people? I was talking about this with a buddy earlier too. It absolutely, we just go by the 78 formula, how people were in 78. Do not try to do anything modern. My God. I mean, that is another plus because I hope this doesn't offend some people, but Scream 6 was just loaded with like a, I don't want to say woke because that's not fair, man, but like just littered with like appeasing every audience. And you know, you don't gotta do that, man. Stick to the formula. You know, the old Halloweens didn't really do that. And Scream doesn't really ever do that. But this is about Halloween today, so let's keep going. You know, love or hate ends. Even if, let's say, I'm not a huge fan of ends, but let's say I like loved it, I still am happy this is not taking off after Blumhouse. It's just I'm so done with that. But here's the thing: why do we need every time to go back to something? We don't. We have all these characters that already exist, man. What are we doing? You know, make how hard is it to make a Halloween where it's just new characters and you know, of course it has to be adapted to something, but it's like, dude, it like how exact just like Halloween Returns, like something like that. I think this is a, but you know, it's I'm gonna watch it. Let's be motherfucking honest. I'm not gonna bullshit you and say I'm not gonna watch it. That's stupid. And if you're a diehard Halloween fan, you should watch this shit because if it fucks itself and us, then since we've all watched it, it's made revenue, it's made money. Perhaps they'll want to keep going, you know? So you got to keep the fucking train rolling, even if it's a piece of shit ride. And you know, the other major thing is here, it's a creative reset completely and going back to the original film. So it's again, just I'm interested to see what characters are gonna come from this. And you know, Hunt wasn't in. Was Hunt in Halloween? No, Hunt was in Halloween too. But if they use like a character like Hunt or something like that, I'm all for it. I think this has to showcase Michael Myers. I don't think from another point of view with less Michael is a good idea. I think everyone's just over, and this might be the studio being like, all right, you know, love or hate ends. We know everyone wasn't happy with the lack of Michael Myers. We're gonna make something that you know is going to be 78. Um, so you know that's cool. That's fun. How many take a shot when X says So I'm gonna say it like 10 more times. You'd be drunk off your ass needing an ambulance. Not advised. excuse, excuse me. All right, I guess that's it, man. I mean, they didn't give us much. Gave you enough to wet your whistle. But yeah, there you have it, man. So we'll see. I'd love to make the mask for the TV series. I'm not even kidding. So if anyone knows how to get in contact with Miramax's email, let me know. Sound off in the comments. I want to talk about this. I don't give a shit that you don't comment on the fan films or nothing else. Let's talk about this. This is interesting. Especially if you think about who's going to portray Dr. Loomis. I have a good idea for Dr. Loomis. Okay, so let's say you do the remake where it's like loosely, but it's not loosely, but you could tell that everyone doesn't like look exactly the same, you know? If they went that route, you could use like Bryan Cranston or something. I made a Halloween comic a long time ago and made Bryan Cranston Dr. Loomis. Oh shit, bro, what a loser. It was sick though. I think that'd be dope as shit. And then you know who's going to be Michael Myers? I know Tom Morga was in the run. He's probably past his prime now, but for Blumhouse originally it was Tom Morga was in the running and he did Halloween 4. I think it'd be cool to get somebody back that was Michael Myers. I know they're not going to do that. They start fresh with some young new blood. And you know, you're not going to see James Jude Courtney in this movie. You're not going to see Nick Castle in this movie. Um, and it's kind of crazy because Jamie Lee Curtis, Nick Castle, and all of them are now implanted in the Blumhouse franchise. So it's like if you see them in this now, is that weird, right? What if Jamie Lee Curtis pops up at some time in this TV series, which I know she can't because if it's taking off after that, unless it's years later. But you know, certainly weird, man. Revisiting the same characters again. Well, actually, it says maybe different. So we'll see. We'll see. Sound off in the comments, like and subscribe if you like this. I hate saying that it's the corniest shit of all time, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm gonna keep bringing some updates to you, and we'll see what they have in store for us, dude. I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely gonna watch it. You know, I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not. So, but some people, let me know if you're one of those people that are you soured on it, where you're like, I just stop. I'll never be that guy. I can tell you that, so I can't agree with you on that if that's what you are. But let me know.